Lady Gaga has been forced to hit back at those theft claims. An American company called 1-800 Law Firm has filed a lawsuit against her, alleging that her $5 Pray for Japan bracelets had unnecessary shipping costs and sales taxes added on. The suit claims Lady Gaga's made money on the wristbands, despite promising all proceeds would go to benefit victims of the tsunami-hit Japan.
Gaga is being self-serving and doesn't want to blow her Oscar nomination.
When she wanted him to help her do a song in 2013, she had no problem. I've spoken to him about it. He said that she, acted perfectly friendly, in fact, overly friendly towards him. And now she's just doing, it's hypocritical.
Hey guys, it's me here, Comrade Lavender here, and today I'm back with another anti-capitalism, true crime, deep dive YouTube video topic. And today I want to do the topic of celebrity, pure evil, the Lady Gaga files, deep dive, part 2, everything wrong with capitalism. I wanted to talk about this topic again because I've already made a part 1 video of the pure evil, the Lady Gaga files, everything wrong with capitalism, and a bunch of other celebrities. I've done Nicki Minaj, Rihanna, Beyonce, Jay-Z, R. Kelly, P. Diddy, etc. I wanted to do a part 2 of my Lady Gaga video that I did because I did the pure evil, the Lady Gaga files part 1 deep dive, everything wrong with capitalism part 1. Now I'm going to be doing part 2 because honestly Lady Gaga has been going very viral on TikTok lately, and with her new album coming out, and people are saying that she's coming back, and people on TikTok have been bringing up her problematic actions over the years. So I wanted to make a part 2 of this series that I've done because there's more stuff that I didn't include in that video. So let's get started on this YouTube video topic. But before we get started, all my YouTube videos that relate to this topic will be on the screen right now if you have to check them out. So let's get started on this YouTube video topic.
Lady Gaga arrived in Israel on Friday for a 48-hour visit, and of course she made a grand entrance as always.
Lady Gaga using ableist slurs and more of her racism exposed. Lady Gaga is a Zionist and supports Israel, the fascist regime and colonizer country that is the State of Israel. Lady Gaga, the pop star, says the world's image of Israel the country is inaccurate, calling the country a beautiful place. She said, "Oh, it was fantastic," said Lady Gaga in an interview published by The Independent. "Put your hands up and cheer for yourselves," she told the crowd. "You are strong, you are brave, you are confident, and I fucking love you, Israel." So she supports Israel when Israel is genociding Palestinians and committing war crimes on a daily basis. For someone who is a so-called anti-bully and is against hate and, against racism and all this stuff, she is supporting a country that is committing human rights violations on Palestine. So she's not a human rights activist. Lady Gaga using ableist language when it comes to using the R word, which is highly problematic. "I'm a songwriter, I've been in loads of music. Why would I try to put out a song and think I'm getting one over on everybody? That's R word. That's the same one that's been in disco music for the last 50 years. Just because I'm the first fucking artist in 25 years to think of putting it on a top 40 radio, it doesn't mean I'm a plagiarist. It means that I'm fucking smart. Sorry." She's constantly used the word gypsy when it's a racial slur. She's used gypsy, the racial slur, in her artpop album with her song Gypsy, and in magazine circles. She's done like the magazine she did with her ex-fiancé, Taylor Kinney. Lady Gaga and her ex-fiancé, Taylor Kinney, appeared on the cover of V magazine back in 2017 or something like that, 2016, I don't remember. But she appeared on the cover of V magazine, where in the magazine she details and was quoted in saying, "Taylor's been painting and drawing all over me years ago when we were secretly living in San Diego and crashing on the floor of a beach shack. We never wore shoes. He told me he wanted to make love to me on a canvas, an art canvas, and though he made many murals of my body in the wee small hours of our stoked gypsy mornings with our friends, for whatever reason, we never got around to it. They have now, for a good clause, All proceeds from the sale of this magazine issue would go towards Born This Way Foundation, which Lady Gaga founded with her mother in 2011. By the way of explaining why they chose to move forward with this particular image, Lady Gaga said, "We made love on this canvas on a Sunday in Chicago. We made love amidst chaos. We talked about shootings. We made love amidst terrorism. And we talked about how people's hearts are also suffering all over the world as they watched and witnessed a swell of violence occur. And made love amidst violence. Whatever turns you on, guys, go for it." No offense, but I think her whole promoting her bad charity, the Born This Way Foundation, and her whole magazine interview about fucking for peace she did is extremely highly problematic as a whole, and not just her using the racial slur either. She has worked with problematic people, such as in 2022, she worked with Ridley Scott on House of Gucci. He has made racist and misogynistic remarks in the past. And on the same film, she willingly worked with Jared Leto, who has been publicly accused of alleged sexual assault by Dylan Sprouse and victims as young as 15. Remember, this is the same woman who worked with other predators such as R. Kelly, Terry Richardson, and Rick Ross. Accusations against, and not just those, she worked with R. Kelly, Terry Richardson, Rick Ross. She supported Joe Biden, who's also a fucking sexual predator, and tried to claim that Donald Trump was just this evil guy, but she also supported, Hillary Clinton, who's a horrible person, who destroyed Libya, and she also supported Joe Biden, who is a sexual predator as well. Accusations against Leto stretch back to the early 2000s. However, in 2005, an anonymous source told the New York Post Leto allegedly had affinity for younger women and would often text underage girls. He's a serial texter. He is constantly texting these underage girls. It's really kind of creepy, the source said. Some former fans have recounted their alleged sexual experiences with him, claiming that not all of these intimate allegations were consensual.
Something maybe you've never said out loud before that you'd be willing to share today?
I did 5 shows with COVID.
Do you ever be like, you better get it, friend?
What? I shared it with everyone on my team, and I said I don't want anyone to feel uncomfortable at work, and you don't have to perform, and you don't have to work that day, but I'm gonna do the show because I just didn't want to let all the fans down, and the way that I saw it also is that the fans were all putting themselves in harm's way every day coming to the show, so during all my quick changes, I kept going, I'm sorry.
I love that.
Lady Gaga is facing intense criticism after admitting to performing several concerts while knowingly infected with COVID-19. The shocking revelation came during a Q&A session in Los Angeles on May 23, held to celebrate the premiere of her Gaga Chromatica Ball concert special on HBO. During the event, Gaga disclosed that she had tested positive for COVID-19 but chose to continue with 5 performances on her Chromatica Ball tour. She shared this decision with her team, giving them the option to opt out of working or performing if they were uncomfortable with the situation.
Gaga has also caused backlash with her performing knowingly when she had COVID-19. Lady Gaga's controversial decision to perform 5 concerts with COVID positive has sparked public outrage and her fans questioning her judgment and responsibility as a public figure and celebrity. The revelation has led to calls for legal action against the pop star Lady Gaga. Lady Gaga has made this surprising admission during a live Q&A in Los Angeles on May 23rd before watching her concert special, Gaga Chromatic Ball, on HBO. The 35-year-old singer's decision has angered many, with some even suggesting she should be in prison for endangering her own employees and fans. In a viral video, Gaga explained that she informed her team about her COVID-19 positive diagnosis and gave them an option to withdraw from the performances if they felt uncomfortable. Despite this, she decided to go ahead with the concerts anyway, knowingly when she was sick. She did not specify which show she performed while infected, but confirmed confirmed there were 5 in total. She attempted to justify her actions by expressing her desire not to disappoint her fans, stating, "I didn't want to let down all the fans." She also mentioned that her fans are already taking risks by attending her shows during the pandemic. The backlash from fans has been severe, with many expressing their disappointment and disgust and anger on social media. Some are even calling for a class action lawsuit against the singer for her irresponsible actions. The controversy has put Lady Gaga in a different limelight and position as she faces the potential loss of a portion of her fan base.
I love the LGBTQ plus community. Thank you for always being there for me.
Ciao bellissima.
I'm Patrick Schwarzenegger, and creating a kinder world is something we can all help achieve. So join me, along with Lady Gaga's Born This Way Foundation and Office Depot, in our movement to supply kindness this school year. The equation is simple. Spend $20 on a gift card, online or in stores, and Office Depot will donate $5 to the Born This Way Foundation. It costs nothing to be kind. So help us create kinder and more supportive schools by collecting all 6 limited edition gift cards. Be amazing, make your mark, and collect all 7 colored Sharpies. Be brave and accepting. Pass it on and make some kindness stick. Amazing. Be involved. Be accepting. Be yourself. Be brave.
Lady Gaga has also been accused and criticized of her exploiting the lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer plus community for personal gain. Lady Gaga has crowned herself the Queen of the Gays, the defender of all things gay, and the world champion of lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer plus, and equality rights everywhere. What many question is whether her interest in the cause is sincere or being used to promote herself, keep her name in the media and on social media, and further her career opportunities. Stefani Germanotta, along with her registered Republican mother, Cynthia Germanotta, even went so far as to start the horrible charity, again, called the Born This Way Foundation. And I already explained how bad it was in the previous Lady Gaga video I've done, if you want to check that out. But they went on to start the charity called the Born This Way Foundation. And the Born This Way Foundation teamed up with Office Depot to sell a line of products to promote bravery. In other words, thanks to Office Depot teaming up with Born This Way Foundation, you can now buy your way out of your self-esteem issues, your poor self-image, and your lack of courage. By buying these products, you will automatically be kinder, braver, and more giving person. You will now be the best person you can be. Just buy the Born This Way pin, and all your problems will be solved. Ironically, considering that Lady Gaga is self-proclaimed Joanne of Arc for gay rights, then why the hell is her foundation, which is a shady, charity, teaming up with a company that has been criticized for its lack of human rights towards the lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender plus, queer plus community in 2010. Lady Gaga has teamed up with Donatella Versace for a colorful capsule collection celebrating Pride Month as well as the 10th anniversary of her landmark Born This Way album. Versace has always been a leader since Guinea, Donatella, Alighiera, and still now they have celebrated the beautiful colors of love within us to offer each other. We are all more different, and different is beautiful. Thank you, Donatella, for supporting the lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer plus community, mental health, and the Born This Way 10th anniversary. Her old friend and Versace chief creative officer, Donatella, posted images of both the black and white versions of the shirt, writing, "I'm so excited to celebrate 10 years of Born This Way with Lady Gaga. This Pride Month, we're launching something special for all those little monsters who believe in inclusivity and diversity. See the link for my bio for the products I designed and how Versace are contributing to the Born This Way charity foundation." In 2009, Lady Gaga publicly came out as bisexual. In the interview with Barbara Walters, she then revealed that her attraction to women inspired her song Poker Face. So why does she not consider herself fully part of the community, the lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer plus community? Public skepticism about her sexual orientation of Lady Gaga, who has never had a public relationship with another woman, has plagued her since this interview. As a result, the singer confronted her critics during a 2013 artpop release in Berlin, Germany. "You know what? It's not a lie that I am bisexual and I like women, and anyone that wants to twist it into she says she's bisexual for marketing, this is a fucking lie," she told the crowd during a Q&A session. "This is who I am and who I've always been." This declaration seemed to have closed the matter. Yet in recent years, Lady Gaga has distanced herself from an lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer plus identity. In 2016, Lady Gaga gave a tearful speech at a rally for the victims of the Pulse shooting. "I hope you know that myself and so many are your allies," she told a mourning lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer plus community. In a clear embrace of the ally label by saying she is not a gay woman on Drag Race, Lady Gaga is furthering clouding the issue. If she identifies as bisexual, Lady Gaga is at the very least missing an opportunity to explain to the audience members what it means to be bisexual. Lady Gaga has been called out for her You and I music video about her promotion of unsafe binding techniques when it comes to the lesbian, bisexual, gay, transgender, queer plus community, or those that are transitioning.
"Dims my light like a migraine. With Nurtec ODT, I found relief.
The only migraine medication that helps treat and prevent all in one.
To those with migraine, I see you."
For the acute treatment of migraine with or without aura and the preventive treatment of episodic migraine in adults. Don't take if allergic to Nurtec ODT. Allergic reactions can occur even days after using. Most common side effects are nausea, indigestion, and stomach pain.
It's time we all shine. Talk to a healthcare provider about Nurtec ODT from Pfizer.
The truth is in the tea, and this time the tea is piping hot. It turns out that Pfizer, the company behind Nurtec ODT, paid out nearly $60 million to settle charges related to kickbacks. That's right, folks. Pfizer gave doctors money to prescribe more of their migraine medication, which is a clear violation of anti-kickback laws. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. The Justice Department revealed that Biohaven, the company Pfizer bought in 2022, was the one doling out all those kickbacks. They used tactics like speaker programs and fancy meals to get doctors to prescribe Nurtec ODT more often. But what's even more shady is that some of these speakers were family members or friends of the speakers themselves, not actual medical professionals. That's where Patricia Furtasio comes in. A former Biohaven sales specialist, she filed a lawsuit against Pfizer and Biohaven back in 2021, alleging that they paid her company improper remuneration. And guess what? She's getting about $8.40 million from the settlement. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, what's the big deal? Doctors prescribe meds for patients, not pharmaceutical companies. But here's the thing, when doctors are incentivized by money or gifts, it can compromise their judgment and lead to overprescribing. And that's exactly what happened with Nurtec ODT.
The singer's paid partnership with Big Pharma has also sparked massive backlash. In recent years, she collaborated with the pharmaceutical giants and was met with harsh responses from fans who slammed the cringy ad and accused Lady Gaga of selling out for money. One fan commented, "Girl, what the hell happened to you that you're like this and care about money this way and nothing else anymore? Not the person who used to say, 'I fucking hate money' in 2009," one person commented. Others commented and said, "What the fuck is wrong with this account? Where is Gaga? Who's doing this? How come our mother monster would sponsor for medicine? This is insane. Another added, healthcare is a human right, not a commodity. Another added, healthcare is a human right, not a commodity to exploit for the sake of greed and wealth. I know you are compassionate, intelligent, and thoughtful. I hope you will show that through the ways you use your platform and privilege moving forward, and this ain't it, a third wrote. Lady Gaga, who has been a vocal supporter of lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, plus community rights, was also called out for not posting about Pride Month on her social media pages. Love you, but this is so poorly timed. The lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer plus community is actively under attack, and you're securing a brand deal with painkillers, said one fan that was commenting. It's Pride Month, and you posted 2 different ads, but don't have time to say anything about the terrifying campaign against trans rights? Another wondered. The backlash began when the Bad Romance Sandress, 37 years old, announced her Big Pharma sponsorship campaign on Instagram, sharing a photo with herself performing on stage with Nurtec's logo in the upper right-hand corner. Ever since childhood, I've dealt with migraine pain. When I tried Nurtec for the first time, I'll never forget wishing I had found it sooner. That's why I'm proud to partner with Nurtec ODT. We're in this together, she wrote in the caption. Lady Gaga also appeared in a television commercial for the drug as well, which described the Haus Labs founder as an actual patient. I don't know what it's like to perform through pain. If you're like me, one of the millions suffering from pain caused by migraines, Nurtec ODT might help. It's the only medication that can treat a migraine when it strikes and prevent migraine attacks, she narrated.
How safe are Lady Gaga's Haus Lab cosmetics? Well, her high-power pigment paint blush contains a whole bunch of questionable toxic chemicals, like phenoxyethanol, a synthetic preservative that's been linked to kidney and nerve damage, and yellow number 5 lake, an artificial dye that, when applied to the skin, absorbs into the bloodstream and causes all kinds of problems in the body, like DNA damage and an increase in tumor growth, which is not something you should be rubbing into your face. However, some of Haus Labs products are not too toxic, like their powder highlighter and lip glaze. But if you're sensitive to chemicals, I would definitely recommend you stay away from her Triclone Skin Tech Foundation, which contains propylene glycol dibenzoate. This chemical can cause extreme irritation if you use it too often. What brand should we review next?
Lady Gaga has sparked backlash and debate about her makeup line, surrounded in controversies. While some view Lady Gaga's Haus Labs makeup line as a cash grab, others see it as a legitimate business venture with a focus on clean, cruelty-free, and vegan products. Lady Gaga's makeup brand criticized for triggering ad resembling self-harm. Haus Laboratories shared an advertisement on Instagram that showed an eyeliner pen making rapid slashing movements on a model's inner wrist. In the comment section of the post, many said that it was upsetting, especially since there were no trigger warnings in the caption. I understand what they were trying to do, but this really threw me into memories of self-harm, and I really can't deal with that, wrote another. I love the products, but this is a bit scary for me. That's really triggering to me, to be honest, wrote a third Instagram user. Maybe you should reconsider how you want to present this. And Lady Gaga back in 2020 had criticized music pirates with stolen pirated photos. Shutterstock Images responds after Lady Gaga's new song Stupid Love leaked onto the internet and went viral last weekend. The singer called out fans who had listened to the unauthorized release. Problem was, Lady Gaga's tweet used pirated stock photos that Shutterstock watermarks splashed across them, and this unauthorized usage didn't escape the company's notice. On January 22nd, after Stupid Love was leaked, went viral, and then started taken down on Twitter, Lady Gaga tweeted the message, "Can y'all stop?" with the stock photos of a girl wearing a ski mask while listening to music. The message was clear. Fans listening to and spreading the leaked soundtrack were furthering music piracy. Just hours later, Shutterstock replied to the tweet and pointed out the hypocrisy of wanting to get paid for music while failing to pay the photographer whose work she broadcast to her 80 million Twitter followers. Lady Gaga has also faced massive backlash for her endorsement of Autism Speaks. Autism Speaks, Inc. is one of the largest and most well-known autism advocacy and research organizations in the United States. However, in recent years, the organization fell into notoriety with many individuals inside and outside the neurodivergent community warning others to avoid it. On the surface, Autism Speaks is a non-profit organization seeking to support individuals with autism and their families, raising awareness for autism and furthering the research on autism and its causes. Those who have taken a closer look at the organization, though, have come to criticize it due to its problematic history and persistent controversial attitude towards autism. Rather than focusing on raising awareness and advocating for the acceptance of autism in society, Autism Speaks treats it like a disease that needs to be cured or eradicated. Such a mindset increases the stigma and discrimination against people with autism, as it presents the idea that there is something inherently wrong with them and needs to be fixed. Lady Gaga has also faced criticism about her Super Bowl performance, such as, did you know Lady Gaga wrote a song about the murder of Trayvon Martin? Lady Gaga is the kid at your high school who was always so proud to participate in the Day of Silence, but started talking at lunch. If you need proof of how few risks Mother Monster is willing to take for the values she claims to fight for, the Super Bowl halftime show is a prime example. Do you know artists don't get paid to perform at the Super Bowl halftime show? They don't. They do it for the exposure. However, this means there's no financial risk to turning your performance into a protest or political statement. She played it safe. She did what Lady Gaga does.